it's Bob from HeCooksForMe.com. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make a seafood feast for dinner. We went out to the Oregon coast and got to go on a fishing trip where we caught a giant lingcod and a whole bunch of Dungeness crabs. So in this video we're going to concentrate on a crab and mushroom bisque. The star of our bisque tonight is the crab meat. This is 1.5 cups of crab meat. This is Dungeness crab that we caught and we've already shelled, and you want to keep it in lumps as much as you can. You can also use lump crab meat that you buy at your grocer's. It's already done. It usually comes, it looks like a big butter or sour cream container, but a plastic container that has the lump crab meat in it. We'll have 1.5 cups of milk, a teaspoon of salt, and an 1/8 teaspoon of pepper, 1 cup of sliced mushrooms, 2 green onions, and we'll coarsely chop these but go clear up into the green so you get the flavor profile of the white all the way through the green. Tabasco to your taste. The recipe calls for 1 to 2 dashes. We'll probably do 2 to 3 because we do like things a little bit spicier. I wouldn't leave it out completely because I do think you need a little of that spice in there as well. 6 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, 4 tablespoons diced onion, 1 cup of half and half, 2 tablespoons of flour, and last but not least, we're going to do 3 tablespoons of a dry sherry. And this is very important to have in there because it gives it a very rich taste and just ties everything together. So we started with 4 tablespoons of butter. I've already got it melted over the stove. To that we're going to add our mushrooms. We do take off a lot of the stems and break up any that are really big. And we're also going to put in green onion and our regular diced onion as well. We're going to saute these until they're cooked through, but not browned at all. You don't want them overcooked at all because they're going to go back in and still cook for a while. These have sauteed down for about 4 or 5 minutes. They're soft, they aren't browned yet, so they should be perfect to go back into the recipe. We're going to go ahead and add our parsley, stir it in, and take this off the heat. So our next step is to make a roux. We melted the other 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to add in flour and stir it in really good into the melted butter. So you want to keep stirring this, and it's going to get into almost like solid chunks because the butter and the flour mix all together. Starting to all combine, you'll start adding your milk a little bit at a time. And you need to stir it in really good. And then you add a little more milk and stir it in and add a little more milk. And so this process does take a little while. We made our roux out of the flour and butter. We've gradually added our milk and we're stirring it as it heats through here. The roux now is mixed into the milk. It's getting thicker. You do need some heat on it. Now we have it on about a 6 out of 10 as we are thickening here. You want it to almost come to a simmer where you start to see some bubbles come in, but you don't want it to get to a boil because that's when milk will start to have a problem. So our sauce now is thickened up pretty good. I just threw a couple dashes of Tabasco in, and we're putting in salt and pepper and stirring it in. As soon as this is all mixed in good, we're going to put our veggies back in that we sauteed earlier with the parsley mixture in them. And you just keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring. That's the key to this whole thing. Don't let anything burn on the bottom. You can probably see, I hope you can see anyway, how thick that is. So now we're going to add in half and half. And again, you want to stir as this goes in so nothing is getting burnt on the bottom. Now it's not anywhere near as thick as it was after the milk course, so we'll allow it to heat back up and it'll thicken back up. And we turn the heat up. We're now at a 7 out of 10. You want to keep stirring it now so nothing happens with your cream, but we want it to bring to a boil. Okay, so we got to a boil. Now we're going to turn it down to just simmer and add our crab meat. And now we will let it simmer uncovered for about 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, we'll add the sherry, and this will be ready to serve. You want to take it right off the heat. It'll be hot enough that it's going to remove the alcohol from that sherry, but it'll still leave all of that flavor and goodness in there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and consider hitting that red subscribe button. It really helps if you can share my videos with friends and family that might be interested, or watch some of the other videos on my channel. I hope this dish, or one of my other featured dishes, finds its way into your kitchen soon.